Hi Internet, I'm John Appleseed. Welcome to my YouTube channel where we do a daily crossword puzzle. Today we have the Saturday New York Times crossword for Saturday, April the 4th, 2026. The constructor is Royce Ferguson. Will Schwartz is the editor. And let's see what we've got. We've got some long stacks, one of these where we've got long in the top left and bottom right corners, and then long verticals in the opposite corners. Okay, let's take a look at the long ones first. One across is conceded sort, disrespectfully. 15 across is win after add out. That's a tennis thing, I think, isn't it? I don't know what the answer is. 17 across, popular loaves for corned beef sandwiches. Corned beef on rye. So something with rye in it, perhaps. And 19 across, protectors of a queen. It could be a queen in a chess match, or a queen bee, or a queen ant. All right, let's take a look at these shorter down answers. One down, lunchbox staples for short. Maybe peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, PBJs. Two down is twist link dunk product. This is probably the official cookie of crossword puzzles, the Oreo. Three down, cry feebly. Not sure. Four down, staple of many a free app. No ads or something like that. Five down, or lots of ads if it's a free app. Five down, some silent yeses. That might be some kind of nod. Nope. Six down, escort away. Nope. Seven down, Junipero Blank, founder of the San Francisco Mission. That's Junipero Serra, who I remember reading about in school. Still has a freeway named after him in the Bay Area, I believe. Eight down, one of the Starks on Game of Thrones. Never saw the show, but Arya and Ned are the Starks who show up in crossword puzzles. Let's try that. Nine down, Scandinavian name that becomes a number if you add an E inside it. So we need a three-letter, no, we need a four-letter name that is a five-letter number without an E. I'll have to think about that. 10 down, type of stanza. No, and now we will look at these acrosses again. Conceded sort, disrespectfully. Win after an add out, say. No. So, yeah, some kind of rise. Is there a Jersey rye? I don't know. Could be. Never heard of a Jersey rye, but it might be. Protectors of a queen. No, not getting that either. Okay, Scandinavian name. Sven. Sven is a Scandinavian name. If we added an E to it, it would be 7. An E inside it, it would be 7, which is a number. All right, there. Here we go. Type of stanza. Is this like a horse's ass is a conceded sort? Win after an add out. Is that some kind of serve? I don't know much about tennis. I think add out is a tennis thing. And then, yeah, some kind of serve might be another tennis term. I wonder if Jersey rye is wrong, because I want maybe horse's ass. RS. Well, that's not long enough either. Okay, so yeah, I'm thinking of a queen ant here for 19 across. There are soldier ants, aren't they? They must protect the queen in the anthill. Oh, this stanza clue. Escort away. See off, or something like that. Tourist hotspot in Uttar Pradesh in India. Agra is where the Taj Mahal is, which would be a major tourist hotspot in India. I'm going to guess that. Many a free app. Some silent yeses. And escort away. Okay, I think I may have something incorrect in that corner. I'll come back to it. 11 across, they're not hard to beat. No, 11 down, waste watchdog for short. I'm thinking like the government accounting office, GAO. That's a guess. 16 across, tire out. No, and 18 across, a resort that bans snowboarding. Alta is a ski resort in Utah. I don't know about any dispute between skiers and snowboarders there. Well, if this is an A, or could it be the Environmental Protection Agency, which is a watchdog against environmental waste, toxic waste, or at least it used to in former days. Let's try Alta for the ski resort that may ban snowboarding. Not hard to beat. And tire out could be to peter out to, nope, 21 across is when Buddhism's Bodhi Day is observed. So we need a 3-letter month and abbreviation here, and I don't know what it is. 23 across, epoch that marked the rise of mammals. Don't know that. 20 down, average. Mean. What's another 4-letter word for average? No, 24 down, roger that. 12 down is long-standing code of conduct. 13 down is agreed to a proposal. No, and 14 down, rocket to the moon. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. All right, so I'm going to come back to that corner as well. I'm looking at the center section here. 30 across, building managers informally could be SUPs, short for superintendents. Silent yeses. Does it end in E-I-G-H? Like a horse's neigh or something? Okay, this is usher out. To escort away is to usher out. And maybe this must be Jewish rye, which does kind of ring a bell as opposed to a Jersey rye. Okay, that does give us a J for PBJs. So then we get pompous ass for the conceited sort, yes. To cry feebly could be to mule, as a kitten might do. A paid ad is a staple of many a free app, I think. Silent yeses could be okay signs, and break serve is not a phrase I've heard before, but it sounds like it could be something from tennis, doesn't it? So I think that works. Heaven forbid for 25 across. God, no. All right, we got that corner done. Should I stay here in the center section maybe? 27 across, chart toppers. Nope, 27 down is sun. Prefix, helio is the prefix for the sun from Greek. 28 down, really? Is it? Is it really? I guess. Member of a militant Islamist movement in Afghanistan and Pakistan. The Taliban, I think the individual members of the Taliban are known as a talib, which comes from the word for student. They're students of Islam in that sense. Okay, deal is a pact for 31 down, 40 down, 40 across, sorry, mentioned, cited, fits nicely there. Is it looks correct. And then let's move over here, 29 across, fulfillment, center with a question mark. Not sure what's going on there. 33 across is the sparkle in some cosmetics. They probably put sand in it or something. Sand can sparkle. 38 across, 1 bit. Nope, and 43 across, unconvincing way of answering. Did you finish the job? I meant to, perhaps. 47 across, Dennis Blank, author of Mystic River and Gone, Baby Gone. Mystic River, I think I looked up somebody's name from a recent puzzle, and Mystic River was one of their works. And now I don't remember what it was. 49 across, sold out initials. That's probably standing room only. Frequent crossword answer. 56 across, gone. Nope, 59 across, lead in to girl. Could be at a girl. 61 across, high protein paste. Tofu is a paste, isn't it? Or miso. At 57 down, Eastern philosophy is probably the Tao. The Dow was at 50,000. 26 down, crystal and rock, notably. Rock capitalized. In the New York Times, capital letters in the middle of a clue typically have to indicate that it is a proper noun. So I'm thinking of the Rock, or maybe Rock Hudson. Who else is named Rock? Crystal Gale is the only crystal I can think of there. Okay, so I don't know that. 56 across was gone. Lead into girl. Let's try add a girl. And let's try miso for the high protein paste. I think miso is more likely to be a paste than tofu is. And then target of some filters for 29 down. Some kind of email spam or internet spam, something like that. 25 down, the fashionable stars of showbiz. Slangily. I've heard the word glitterati used in that sense. Let's try that. Gone is past. What's past is past. And then crystal and rock are what? Some kind of hosts? There are two L's in the center of the word fulfillment. So could L's be the center, or is there one L? E-L-L. The sparkle in some cosmetics. Mica is a sparkly mineral. Kind of guessing at that. That gives us email spam for 29 down. The target of some filters. 1 bit. Crystal and rock. Is Oscar hosts? Rock Hudson probably hosted the Oscars at some point in his career. Billy Crystal was a notable Oscar host, and Chris Rock was another notable Oscar host. Okay, yes, that works. These are last names. Billy Crystal and Chris Rock, yeah. 1 bit at all, not 1 bit, not at all. Et alia means and others in Latin is a common list ending abbreviation. Fish eye could be a lens, I guess, for 39 down. Then unconvincing way of answering, did you finish the job? I tried to, not I meant to, but I tried to. And Dennis Lahan, maybe for author of Mystic River? Doesn't ring a bell. This is not what I was thinking of, whatever it was I was looking up. Someone having mixed success at work. Whose work would involve mixing things successfully, like a chemist or a DJ. If a DJ has success putting together their mix of tracks for the event, I think that would be a success there. Okay, that works. All right, so then type of stanza, a sestet is a stanza with 6 lines, I think. 20 down, average. Epoch that marked the rise of mammals. And chart toppers, hit songs, hit something, hit songs. So is average. You're so kind of witty, so kind of charming, so I can't explain. So, what is this? Epoch? Is there an Eocene epoch? That doesn't ring a bell. But epochs typically end in ocene. Eocene could be one. Copy for Roger that. Yeah, another thing you might say on the radio. 32 across is best-selling 2010 Kitty Kelly celebrity biography. She wrote the biography of Frank Sinatra, which was entitled My Way, which I haven't read, but would make me sing if it were correct. Who else would get a celebrity biography from Kitty Kelly with OP? Maybe Oprah. Don't know that either, but that's a good guess, I think. 37 across, low-priced car introduced in 1980. I remember the Yugo was a car from Yugoslavia, low-priced car in the 80s. 42 across, what isn't anyone's fault? With a question mark. And 45 across, less likely to bite, perhaps. Maybe a dog that is less likely to bite would be tamer than another dog. Okay, so what is the long-standing code of conduct for 12 down? Golden rule fits with the letters we've got. I think that works. Do unto others as you would have others do unto you. 13 down, agreed to a proposal, got engaged, could 45 across be tamed. The dog has been tamed. Okay, so got engaged for agreed to a marriage proposal. What isn't anyone's fault? L-E what? Rocket to the moon. Okay, a space shot. And I think this let, 42 across, is another tennis term that I only know through crossword puzzles. A fault is something from tennis, and I think a let is when you get to do it over, so nobody gets blamed with the fault. Space shot for rocket to the moon. Eggs are not hard to beat. Yeah, that works. 16 across is poop. I'm pooped out. I'm tired out. Alta looks correct. The Bodhi Day for Buddhism is observed in December. Did not know that. And Eocene looks right. All right, I'm going to have to put that in my list of crossword knowledge as a word that might appear in another puzzle. Okay, we just got this last southeast corner to do. 48 across, the so-called Prince of Motown. Motown, the genre of music, kind of 70s and 80s R&B and funk. Who would be the Prince of Motown? I don't know. 50 across, person giving anonymously. A secret Santa? Could be secret something else. 51 down is gospel singer Wienans. That's CC Wienans, also a frequent crossword answer. 52 down, loose-lipped ones. Don't know. 48 down, figures in the films Kazam and Wishmaster. Those both sound like titles that might involve a genie as a character. 36 down, certain particle accelerator. No, and 41 down, nightfall is day's end. 48 across, the so-called Prince of Motown. Marvin Gaye would fit there with those letters, okay? 58 across, famous French filmmaker who is the son of a famous painter. Jacques Tati is the, or René Malle. Those are the only French filmmakers I can think of, and those don't fit. Something important to do in office speak could be an action item. Your boss might ask, did you do that action item? And you might say, I tried to, and get in trouble. Rats are informants, people who might have loose lips within an organization. Is it Jean? Is Jean something for the famous French filmmaker? Still don't know the answer. Betatron, that's another new word for me, but tron sounds like a cyclotron is a suffix that may be in the name of a particle accelerator. You betcha. Yes. Indeed. This is supposed to be plural. Genies. Or I guess genie can be the plural of genie. All right. Yes, indeed. Or yes, indeedy. For you betcha. Yeah, like that. Yes, indeedy to go with the you betcha kind of connotation. Ogre could be a meanie. 53 down, F or G, but not H. F or G are notes in Western musical notation. H is not one. 54 down, like some tongues. Tongues can be tied. And I haven't heard of the French filmmaker Jean Renoir. I have heard of the famous painter Renoir. So Jean Renoir makes sense as the painter who should go in here, or the filmmaker should go in here. One side of the college football rivalry branded as America's game. That's probably the Army-Navy game. And R will finish the puzzle. There we go. Brought it in under 20 minutes, which is kind of my unofficial deadline for a Saturday New York Times puzzle for myself. I like to get them done in under 20, which we accomplished today. And I think my head is interfering with the action of the mouse click there. Okay, we got that done. So Jewish rye It's something I have heard of, but it's not top of my tongue. I don't live in New York. I don't eat in a lot of delis, so some of the deli-related terms are new to me. We had 3 tennis clues, I think, which were also very difficult for me. All terms that I've gotten through other crossword puzzles: let, add, out, break, serve. Yeah, but we managed to get those with the crossing letters and a little bit of just kind of sports, what floats around in the cultural zeitgeist in terms of sports. Glitterati is a nice answer, and crystal and rock. Crystal Gale came to mind as soon as I saw Crystal, and Rock Hudson, or The Rock, were the only people I could think of initially. I had to get the answer, Oscar host, and then think, who's a Crystal who's hosted the Oscars? And Billy Crystal and Chris Rock both did a good job. Chris Rock under very difficult circumstances. All right, thanks for joining me for that puzzle. I enjoyed doing that. I hope you enjoyed watching. Please come back for more puzzles and games, and I'll see you next time.